Shalom, shalom, Israel. I'm gonna just look in the back channel to see if y'all can hear me, if everything good. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Yes, it's clear. Let's get it. Bear with me real quick. I gotta get stuff situated in the background. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, Tawab Barakar, which is in the Paleo Hebrew, which means good morning. Oh man, just waiting for this to load up. I hope everybody woke up motivated with the first thing on their mind was your Yahweh Bashim Awashai, then brushing your teeth. Man, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world in he calls Jesus the Christ. And of course, I want to give double honors where honor is due to the apostles and the elders in Great Millstone, regardless if you accept it or not, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, bringing forth the doctrine of Most High, bringing 100% of it, right? And for the soldiers and the captains underneath the apostles that's constantly feeding the flock. When I tell you Old Country Buffet, they feeding. And for the hopeful elect that scattered four corners of the earth and four corners of America, that's in different congregations and outer congregations that is feeding the hopeful elect, whoever you may be. Lord willing, the Most High continue to have you to endure. Lord willing, he can have you be under the same umbrella and we can understand when that time comes, right? And Lord willing, the Most High continue to work with the wives and the single sisters to be virtuous women and to work to be loving and silent wives to the best of their ability and to be occupied um, on things of the spirit, right? And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that is not in the faith, even brothers or sisters that take a break or walk away from the ministry, like literally walk away. Um, Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on you and bring you back into this thing. Just like how the sun rises and the sun set, you still have a chance to do a whole 360. Now, this video is really inspired by a lesson that I did a long time ago, but it had to come back into tuition. You know, earlier I was just on Club, I was talking to some brothers. Getting that morning motivation. Of course, the elder from Carolina, he had a video I was watching last night, but I didn't really get into it. And the motivation all last night, I couldn't think about nothing but scriptures of just my dreams or visions, or it was just crazy last night. Then I wake up and you see a whole bunch of white folks working outside. They're literally laboring outside, like literally breaking down the sidewalks, freaking making fake porches. Like they doing mad stuff. And then I'm waking up, I'm like, yo, it's symbolic to the kingdom. You don't see not one, look, like I see a white dude walking right past right now. You don't see not one Jake, through the spirit. Somebody over here probably could be a Jake, but you most likely see Esau over here working his butt off. And through the spirit, they're going to be working even harder in the kingdom. And that's just some motivation. So the title of this video is All Israel is Not Israel. It's a lot of snakes in the Lord's garden. It's a lot of snakes in Yahweh Shem Shai's garden. You know, some people say it's greener on the other side. No, it's dead on the other side. That's that world shit, right? It's greener on the most high side, but it still be some freaking tears that be slithering their way still around. You know what I'm saying? Might be wearing fringes or might still say Yahweh Shema Shai, but they ain't doing nothing for the ministry. You know what I'm saying? All Israel is not Israel, right? It is some brothers in here that is 2/3. Shit, that could probably be me. You know, that's why I'm trying to stay occupied as much so I'm not a snake in the grass, right? A lot of brothers are just made just to wither away, you know, to be that example. So I'm gonna start at Romans chapter 9, verse 6 to 7. It says, not as though, let me start at 5. It says, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh of Hamashiach came, who is over all, God bless forever. Amen. Not as though the word of God have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are Israel. In the New Living Translation, it says, well, then, has God failed to fulfill his promise to Israel? No. For not all who are born into the nation of Israel are truly members of God. Just because you're born in the nation of Israel, just because you're through blood, you're an Israelite, you're not really God's people. The 2/3 is not God's people because they're going to be destroyed. God's people, God's children, is the 1/3, the hopeful elect, and 144,000 men. If you're not a part of that category, you are not God's people, right? I'm going to read it again. Well, then, has God failed to fulfill his promise to Israel? No, for not all who are born into the nation of Israel are truly members of God's people. So if you not really doing the work, you keep getting out of the spirit, you still indulging in smoking weed, you indulging in worldly things, even if you a woman trying to sell your Karuchi, you on OnlyFans, you half naked on IG, but you got an Israel name. You could be a brother smoking weed, selling weed, doing some dumb shit that don't pertain to the ministry. Your action shows that you are really not God's people, right? Because if the Lord is allowing men and women to see your actions, you're going to be a video. You're going to be a lesson. It could be one man. It could be 5. It could be 20. It could be 1,000. There's a lot of Israel that do the same dumb shit. That is a lesson. And we all should be afflicted. Guess what? In the beginning of my walk, I was still smoking weed, calling the name of I couldn't even say the Lord's name correctly. I got the Lord's name. I stopped smoking weed. I was smoking blacks and cigarettes. This is an honest fact. In the beginning, I was selling weed with my brother, bagging up his weed. This is a fact. And guess what? The Lord didn't let me increase in the knowledge. So in that time, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really an Israelite. I was just some nigga that knew that he was an Israelite, and I knew the Lord's name, and I was wearing fringes, right? Of course, Israel fall down, but you don't want to be consumed in your folly. We all fall. We all fall in a speed bump, but it's about you getting your ass back up. The hopeful elect is going to always endure. I'm not going to say a man that's of the world that's enduring being a drug dealer and he's making a few dollars for his family, but he's doing bullshit. He's enduring. No, you have to endure the affliction, the persecution of, oh man, that's not the truth. Oh, you following the elders. You constantly bringing out scriptures. People don't want to hear you. We talking about that persecution, right? To me, is no value in a man that can be out here teaching and 1 minute he doing something else. This goes for women too. This is not about anybody I know or anybody I don't know. This is all for Israel. Anybody that fit the shoe, fucking put it on. This goes for me too. And I do these things so that later on when I'm watching these videos, it can scare me because I know I have a weakness, you know? Some of these jobs is not paying enough. I don't really want to work hard for Esau. So selling drugs sound good to me. Smoking weed, oh man, I don't want that. Hell no, I don't want that. But if I went to the world, That would probably be the only thing I'll probably go back and do. But it's no volume to that. So for me, I want to cut that shit right off for myself. A Dagger bar, you think if you even think you lead this truth and you're gonna smoke weed, you're finished. You even think about thinking you're gonna go back to selling crack and heroin, you're finished. And I be thinking of it, man, if I ever did, I'm gonna go to jail. I remember a young kid said, Gabar, you're gonna go to jail. My little nephew used to say that to me, man. Right? I'm afraid if I lead this truth, I'm gonna go back to my vomit. I'm gonna read that verse again. Romans 9:6 in the NLT. Well, then, has God failed to fulfill his promise to Israel? No, for not all who are born into the nation of Israel. You see that? For not all who are born of the nation of Israel are truly members of God's people. Just because you're born an Israelite do not mean you're God's people. You might just be an example of a two-third. Verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right? And Isaac was moving just. He was moving righteous. So the seed of Isaac who is moving righteous or trying to pursue to move righteous, who are hungry for righteousness and thirsty for righteousness, is God's people. I might say, yo, I'm God's people because I'm doing this work, but I ain't gonna know until I get beamed up, until I change into a twinkling of an eye. I'm gonna just keep doing the work and be occupied because I know the men of the Lord was doing this work, and they were a lot of the righteous men wasn't folding. Your foreign fathers, the apostles, the prophets, they died for the name of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Right? My dang back is itchy. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1-6. It says, know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, meaning difficult times. And right now, I'm not saying it's the most difficult time, but we're in a time where it is difficult. Your faith is getting tested. A lot of jobs is not paying well. A lot of you got brothers that could be single fathers and have to deal with 7, 10, 4 kids by themselves and don't got help. Don't probably got a babysitter, right? You might have a sister that's a single mother and don't got, a man that's a covering that can guide her and still motivate her and give her, that man comfort that she needs, right? This is a difficult time where in this end time, family is important. Family in the truth, what I mean, especially family in your household. But you can have a whole family and guess what? Your wife or your husband don't even want to read or do the work of the Lord. How can that really be your family? Real family is the ones that do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in good times and in difficult, terrible times. That's that Mark 3:35. Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, basically desiring things, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, and unthankful and unholy. Any man that feel he keep bringing out the damn same scriptures or whatever, technically you unthankful. You got to know your forefathers had to keep saying the same damn thing, and guess what the Lord's people did the same thing we doing now. Fall out the truth. Oh man, the Lord can't work. He can't even come even faster. A lot of us, we fall out because the Lord taking too long. We're impatient. A lot of us become proud and boasters. Oh man, I'm doing more work than you. I watch myself on that too. Some brothers might, man, yo, bro, you doing the video all the time. And I don't want to catch myself feeling like I'm better than a brother. Or because I'm knowing I'm increasing and I'm knowing precepts. I don't want to boast. Boast is not the way of the Lord, man. You just do the work. That's boasting automatically, man. When you're doing the Lord work, it hits you right in the face. You know what I'm saying? Me seeing a brother do a video, that shit hits me. Oh, man, I got to do a lesson. And usually a lesson comes to mind because I desire this, man. I desire this truth. It's not one time, even if I felt like, oh, I ain't got a lesson, it's not one time I watched a video or if I touched and opened up my Bible, I wasn't able to come up with a lesson. Because I desire the truth. I desire the ministry. I desire the doctrine. And I just said, this is a lesson I already did. But I might add more precepts to it because this is something that needs to be said over and over and over and over again. That Romans chapter 9, verse 6, you need to know that just because you're born of Israel, you are not Israel if you're not, and I'm talking about children and grown-ups. I don't care. Everybody get this work. If your kid is constantly being disobedient, even though they kids, you want to put the fear of God in them. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know, young man, young little girl, just because you an Israelite don't mean you Israel. So guess what? Kids should, hey, mom, what do you want me to take the garbage out? Hey, mom don't want us jumping or playing in the house. You know, obey your parents. You know, keep that. The Lord might be happy. That kid is just trying to, and the Lord might make your son grow to be a mighty teacher or something through the Spirit. Right? A lot of us is unholy, unset apart. Like a brother just said on Clubhouse, a brother said he going to club to go fishing. To go fishing. That is the worst place to go fish, especially you got a drink in your hand. Some people under the influence. Some of these women is fully half naked. We talking about the club. And you trying to go fishing. Even if I go get a beer at a bar, I don't have in my mind about to go fishing. That's not about to happen, especially people under the influence. It's even hard to even talk to Jake about the truth. for me to say I'm about to go fishing at a damn club. Guess what? You can go to Club Utica. You might not know that, but brothers that's in my city, they know Club Utica is where you have fiends walking butt naked. They got music playing. They outside. Club Utica. We got videos of us on the 716 Israelite page where we on Club Utica on Main Street, Main and Utica, and it be a party outside. And that's the club outside. But going in the club fishing, nah. You know? Verse 3, it says, without natural affection, truth bakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good. And that's a lot of brothers. A lot of brothers would despise that you constantly doing the lesson. Or it feel like you might be doing an exhortation about them. Look, if I didn't say your name, the video was not about you. But if the shoe fit, fucking put it on. If it's afflicting you, put the shoe on. Put the whole shoe on and tie it well. But if I ain't saying your name, don't get butt hurt. Right? But it's a lot of men that despise those that are good. The ones that's doing the work of the Lord. This is why I ain't gonna lie, I don't hit up people. If I feel like you don't feel like you worthy or you don't want to do the work, this goes for sisters, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, uncles, cousins, friends, brothers. It don't matter who you is. If I know what I'm doing and I'm constantly doing it, I sometimes might feel like, I work through the Spirit. If I could constantly hit you up and we talking and it don't make you get back on your toes, it might afflict me. It might make me be like, damn, me talking and being around this person is not. And I don't have faith in no man. I have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that he'll bring that light back in you. But if I'm always coming around and that light is not attaching to you and you're not getting a spark, I'm going to separate myself. And sometimes you separate yourself, then that make brothers or sister, oh shit. Yo, I even had a family member say, yo, why you haven't came to family gatherings? I gave him a true answer because I get afflicted. I get vexed by things that y'all do. And I might want to say something. And if I say something and y'all say something like an idiot would say, guess what? I remove myself. That's why I don't be around family too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same with brothers in this truth. I don't care how you feel, but me, I know I might get vexed if a brother's falling off or a brother or a sister slip and they go back into their own ways. It's a sister that I know because of her marriage was bad. She went back to smoking weed. That vexed me, and I hurried up and said, yo, sis, you can't go, a dog always go back to his old vomit. Brought out the scripture. She's like, damn. She said, yeah, bro, I gotta get back. Guess what? A week later, she said, yo, I took a break from smoking weed. Lord willing, I can stay away from it. Okay, cool. But then more weird stuff was hitting on Facebook. I stayed away from that person. So I don't know if they stopped literally because they still dealing with certain things. But I know if I go around, I'm going to hit them with scriptures. But if you see nobody changing, it's like it's going in one ear and out the other. But the Lord's message is unavoid. It might not hit you. It might hit somebody else. So for me, off of the spirit, I separate myself from people and I'm building myself up. I'm building my household up. Then eventually I'm going to keep praying for you while that sun goes up and that sun go down. All the brothers and sisters that could be falling off, whoever you may be, I'm praying for you. And I believe you have a chance to come back. Until you come back, we're going to be talking and we're going to be building. Because I don't want no brother by me just coming around or talking that they feel, oh, bro, damn, oh, I think you heard it. And sometimes brothers will avoid you because they know you might get on them. And if I feel you avoiding me, you around, I'm a call away, I'm a text away. Guess what? I'm gonna just stay in my lane. That don't mean I hate you. Your downfall. I'm gonna just stay away because if brothers is not getting attached to that light and they don't see the light and they want to stay in darkness, I'm not gonna constantly say, "Hey, I'm here," and you not. No, I'm not an idiot. Nope. I don't do that. I never did that in the world. And in this truth, I'm not gonna be pity the fool. And sometimes your light can shine right in front of somebody's face and you not in their face and uh uh they don't try to be attached to that light. That's them. And it's really the Lord. Verse 4, it says, traitors, Hindi, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. And that's what the ones that is of Israel, but they not Israel, they have pleasures more than they have pleasures of God. For real, for real. Brothers love, ooh, this weed tastes so good. Ooh, I just got me a new broad. Brothers would talk about a new broad, but a new understanding or a new lesson to bring out. This is men in different cities, in the same cities. We talking about Carolina, Florida, Hawaii. I know a brother that's in overseas. You know, a lot of brothers got pleasures in other things. They know the truth, but they're afraid to go out and teach. You know, brothers might have, brothers might fail because of I know a brother that make probably what 1200 every other week or every week, and he out of the city, and you know what, he can't do the ministry as much. But then a brother hit me up and like, yo, brother, pray for me, man. I'm falling out the spirit. I did something crazy, but I don't want to talk about it. But just, I don't want to hear scriptures. Just pray for me. What? You don't want to hear scriptures? All right, I'm gonna pray for you, Ak. So I send him videos. He might not watch the video. The videos for motivation. Guess what I did? I stopped sending videos because I don't want to vex. The brother don't want to hear scriptures. He just wants somebody to pray for him. And I didn't sign up for that. And that's the same. And that's why I'm always think of brother Dan Yala, man. I was in this thing and I was smoking weed and I smoked weed on that video. And that man chastised me. He corrected me. And ever since that day, man, I'm 5 years not smoking weed. And I thank Yahweh for putting his spirit on him to correct me. I needed that. And when I'm in this truth, I always want correction. If I'm falling off or if I ain't doing nothing, if I feel like, oh man, I ain't gonna teach no more, man, bro, man, what? You better be teaching. I want to be corrected because it shakes something in your flesh. Oh hell no! Then the spirit come upon you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have pleasures more than I have pleasures of Yahweh. That don't make sense. That just sound like a regular, ordinary nigga, right? I'm gonna read the NLT. They says they will betray their friends, basically the friends in the truth, be reckless, be puffed up with pride, and love pleasure rather than God, right? A lot of our brothers is puffed up with pride. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want to hear, hey, yo, brother, you should really do it this way. No, I'm going to do it my way. Sometimes your way is not beneficial. This is an honest fact for men and women. And a lot of us choose pleasure. A lot of us want to bust a nut. Literally bust a nut. Some of us want to make more money. Some of us is like, man, I got to get this job taking all my hours. But you'll see them on Facebook, IG, Twitter, freaking Snapchat or whatever brothers or sisters be on, and they could be talking about worldly. Oh, look at me. I'm traveling the four seasons. I'm on a ship. I'm on a boat. I'm in this exotic club or this exotic lounge, or I'm with look at all these exotic foreign women. Look at her. Look at her. You like, damn, they do look good, but damn, bro, you say you ain't got time because of work or this money flow that you can't you can't get a lesson in. You can't even read. Oh man, I ain't got no time to read. Oh, I can't watch a lesson, or I can't do this. But you make sure you bust that nut. You make sure you get that money. You make sure you get you a little bottle when you get litty titty. You make sure you got a new girl every day of the week. Or a sister got a new man she courting. Or a new brother she dealing with. A lot of us choose pleasure rather than the pleasures of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. If that tickle your feathers, kudos to you. But the real men and women of Israel, they're not going to be sunk in a sunken place trying to get their own pleasures off. Before we got in this ministry, we had that chance. We did that. You should have got all your rocks off with money or whatever pleasure it is in this world that you desire. But when you come in this truth, it's really time to settle down. You know what I'm saying? Really time to settle down with yourself, with your spirit, right? A lot of us is playing a dangerous game when it comes to the spirit and the flesh. Verse 5, it says, they will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly. Stay away from people like that. Look, you see that? I'm going off of that scripture. I'm staying away. I'm staying away. Yeah, yeah. I do a video, Lord willing, you can watch that video and be like, man, I was edifying and then walk and want to be changed. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe next week. If not next week, maybe the week after that. If not that week, next month. I'm going to read it again. It says, they will act religious, which a lot of you do. Wink, wink, wink. But they will reject the power that could make them godly. A lot of y'all reject it because you're trying to handle matters in your own. Let alone you, what they say, girl, just want to have fun. It's a lot of men that just want to have fun. It's a video that I ain't going to never forget. My wife had sent it to me, man. And I had sent it to my brothers, man. It said, do the Lord's work do the Lord's work before you have fun. And that video is going to ever stick with me because it's times where I want to watch my little episodes on the Roman Empire, even if it's educational or if it's superhero movies. Before I have my fun, I want to do the work. Before I go play 2K, I'm not really a gamer, but lately I just been doing that just especially to talk to the family, and balance things out. Even though I'm playing the game, I'm still got Clubhouse or I got a video on. I can laugh with the family here and there, but most of the time it's not even to balance it out. It's just me just doing something outside of the ministry that I could actually have my attention on. You know what I'm saying? Before I go do that, I want to either do a video. I want to read. Sometimes I might do a video after a video, or I might read after I read before I go do that. I might break down and fast, or I might be praying and constantly praying. You know what I'm saying? Or I might be building my household and we reading a chapter or something. I want to do the Lord's work before I go play, before I go have fun. This is me. And of course, I want to share that news with you too, because it might motivate you. You might have less stress. The Lord might be sending spirits on our children where, guess what? You in the house, you trying to chill and relax and you can't. Hey, dad, hey, mom. The Lord is doing that to you. So we reject the power that could make us godly. And he says, stay away from people like that. So if you are rejecting the power of the Lord, I'm going to be honest. Through the Spirit, I'm going to stay away from you, but I'm going to pray for you. So anybody, even from out of town, family, I'm talking about real family, blood family, brothers I know that was in this ministry, brothers that's still in this ministry. If I don't hit you up a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I know you, it's brothers out of town that I know that be doing that was doing the work and they probably slowed down. I stepped away from them. That don't mean that they terrible people. I stepped away just because they're rejecting the power of the Lord. And you can see it by their actions. I'm not saying that they terrible or disgusting people. It's just, I don't know. I'm not about to advertise or give you, hey brother, you're doing a good job. Hell no. No. When brothers get around me, I want them to feel afflicted. I want them to feel like, damn man. Yo, I seen this brother. Yo, I've been around brothers that seen me grow, even from out of town. My brother Samuel Judah, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Shemashai by Shemar Kakodash, and Jarek on the channel, and Mr. I Believe, I see you, I see you. My brother Sam brought out Romans the 13th chapter. I'm about to get that right now. And this is a beautiful precept that, you would never want to forget, you know. He said, Revelations chapter 13, verse 11 to 14. And it reads, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe." Even talking about 2/3, some of the 2/3 don't even know the truth. But then you might have some of the 2/3 that was in the ministry, in the Lord literally, because I definitely believe that we have false prophets, that's 2/3, right? That's calling the Lord many different names, but you'll have a brother that is calling the name of the Lord, and he could be moving like a 2/3. He could be moving like one. Guess what? Now it's the time. It's high time to wake up out of sleep. No brother should go back to sleep. Why the hell would you go back to sleep? I was just asleep. I mean, of course, eventually I'm gonna go take me a nap, but why would I go back to sleep in the sunken place if I'm woke? That wouldn't make sense. That's ass backwards. You know how humans are made to walk forward? You got niggas out here just walking backwards. All they do is walk backwards. Hey, where you going? I'm going to the store. Bro, why don't you turn around? Nah, this is the way I walk. You got niggas walking backwards. It says, the night is far spent and the day is at hand. Right? The night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the work of darkness. Let us put on the armor of light. A lot of you brothers took off the armor of light and you took hold of the darkness like you freaking Darth Vader. Nigga, you gotta be a Jedi, may the force be with you. You niggas is afraid to be a Jedi, but you wanna be with Darth Vader. He got more power. Cause he evil. A lot of brothers feel like their life is better when they do wicked shit or when they having fun. Guess what? The truth is fun. It's not the fun that you expect, but guess what? Edifying, teaching, learning something new. Me and my brothers will leave camp. Brothers, we about to go get food. We about to laugh. Guess what? Scriptures come out again. Every time. We don't plan it. It just happens. It be right in our face, bro. Just like, I know Sam, I know you know. Remember when the fiend lady, while we was eating food, she talking to us through the window? Don't know what the hell saying. Guess what? That just let us know the curses is real. Then we get to see that Esau put these drugs in the street, and look, she was so much in the flesh, she was never in the spirit. That flesh consumed her, and now she's a addict, a drug addict. And guess what? I have to sit here and be like, yo, I used to serve her drugs, bro. I really was serving her crack, sometimes heroin. So I'm looking at my own devices, let alone other brothers that was feeding her too, right? A lot of us is holding on darkness too much. Verse 13, it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting, drunkenness, not in chambering or wantingness, not in strife or envying. And a lot of brothers leave the truth because they envy what other brothers got and how much money they bring in, or drunkenness. Let alone drunkenness with liquor, but you can have drunkenness of this world. You can have drunkenness with freaking marijuana, or drunkenness with fun. You can have drunkenness with do as thou wilt, just like Dr. Crawley. A lot of us can be drunk off of wine, off of philosophy. You'll have a brother that believe in the same doctrine. Next thing you know, they don't believe in it no more, because the Lord took that away from them. A lot of brothers be acting like they have a desire for the truth, and they really didn't. They really didn't. For real, they really didn't, man. Brothers do say pace yourself, and I do agree with that. But you can never take away what the Lord will make you be a moving motion. If you touch the Bible and the lesson come, you do the lesson. If it's a time where you get to take a break, take that break. But I would never think that the Lord would say, oh man, this brother teaching too much. Oh, this brother, he'll never take a break from the ministry. He don't never have fun. I don't think the Lord is happy that our brother is abounding in his truth, and he trying to plant the seed for Israel. Right? You should be drunk off of the philosophy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Be high on the Lord's supply. Verse 14, it says, but put ye on Yahweh Shem Yahushai Hamashiach, and make not provision of the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Brothers got to get in this ministry to overcome the flesh, the human nature, right? I'm about to actually go to that. I'm going to go in the G&T. Salaki, so it can smack us, right? Smack you and me. Not just only you, me too. Whenever I do a lesson, I don't even want to ever think that I'm only just doing it to edify Israel. I do it for me too, because sometimes I might rewatch my videos. A lot of times I might not rewatch my videos. I might watch another brother video and it might afflict me. You know, sometimes a brother might say something, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that. And I'd be like, damn, see, if I was reading more, I would have knew this. So I mark it down. You know what I'm saying? I love getting conflicted. I love getting corrected. I love adding more to my arsenal. Because in the street, man, I was doing this. Oh, let me sell drugs a different way. Let me mix this. Let me see how to advertise this. This is why I'm good at promoting the tassels, because I was good at promoting my drugs. I was good at promoting my dance battles. Or promoting when I was about to get on TV, or promoting when I was kicking it with this girl or that girl. When I was doing this, I was good at promoting. Oh, I'm a hoe. I was good at promoting. So now I'm in the truth. I use that same talent in the ministry, right? This is Romans chapter 7. I'm gonna try to just get to the point. I'm gonna start at 14. The confliction in us. It says, we know that the law is spiritual, but I am a mortal, sold as a slave to sin. I do not understand what I do, for I don't do what I would like to do. And there's a lot of us men and women and men, that do things that you don't want to do. And that's really the spirit. The spirit don't want to do the shit that y'all want to do, but it's the flesh in you. It's the human nature, right? It says, but instead I do what I hate. Since what I do is what I don't want to do, this shows that I agree that the law is right. So I am not really the one who does this thing. Rather, it is the sin that lives in me, right? That's the flesh that lives in you, that you're doing the things that you don't want to do. It says, I know that good does not live in me. Good does not live in me. That is in my human nature. Right? Good don't live in your human nature, what is your flesh. Good lives in your spirit, because when Yahweh Shai said, ain't nobody good but the Most High, Yahweh, right? And we're not good, but the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is good, because he put that in us. But the flesh is not good. The flesh is just a cocoon, right? It says, so I am not really the one who does this thing. Rather, it is the sin that lives in me, right? It's the sin that lives in you. It's the law of sin that you're under, right? That always keep bringing you back into it, right? Hold on. Let me get another side precept if I can. So verse 18, it says, I know that good does not live in me, that is in my human nature. For even though the desire to do good is in me, I am not able to do it. I don't do the good I want to do. Instead, I do the evil that I do not want to do. If I do what I don't want to do, this means that I am no longer the one who does it. Instead, it is the sin that lives in me. So I find that this law is at work. When I want to do what is good, what is evil is the only choice I have. My inner being delights in the law of God, which is the spirit. The spirit delights in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But I see a different law at work in my body, a law that fights against the law which my mind approves of, which is the law of sin. It makes me a prisoner of the law of sin, which is at work in my body. What an unhappy man I am. Who will rescue me from this body that is taking me to death? Thanks to God, thanks to Yahweh, who does this through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. This then is my condition on my own. I can serve God's law only with my mind, while my human nature serves the law of sin. You can only serve Yahweh Shem Shai if you're doing it in spirit and in truth, right? Let me go to St. John chapter 4, verse 24. It says, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So you should always be moving in the spirit to serve the Lord, and you must always move and speak and think of truth. That's the only way you can serve the Lord. It's the only way you can be moving in the spirit. It's in the spirit and in the truth. Galatians 5 and 25. Right? Let me get that too. Galatians 5 and 25. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. Your human nature is not going to walk and live in the spirit. You have to take over. That's why a lot of us have to be circumcised in the heart. You brothers that go back to your vomit, excuse my language for anybody that might feel some type of way. A lot of you men and women, y'all just like an uncircumcised winky. Got a whole turtleneck on. Y'all got to cut some of that foreskin off. Y'all straight nasty. Over here looking like a damn turtleneck. Cut that damn turtleneck off so that you can be worthy to wield the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. A lot of you brothers is not even worthy to yield that, man. Let's go to Jeremiah, right? We're gonna drop the 2 Timothy. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 to 4, and it reads, Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right? So don't learn the way of the heathen. Guess what? The number one way of the heathen is to go against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And it's a lot of black Latinos and natives that do a really good fucking job, excuse my language, I just had to get real, that love to go against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's the way of the heathen. Right? Love you too, love. Right? In verse 3, it says, For the custom of the people are vain. See, I don't want to go all the way in this because this goes into what we use for the Christmas situation, but it really deals with Nebuchadnezzar. But that first line, the custom of the people are vain, coming out to be a freaking hoochie mama, a prostitute, a OnlyFans, a drug dealer, I don't care spirit, do what I want. That's all the heathen. It was this video on YouTube I watched where they said the DNA of the Israelites, I had to smile at my daughter. They said the DNA of the Israelites is a powerful DNA, a superpower DNA. There was a teacher, he was saying the Hebrew Israelites' DNA, their DNA is a superpower DNA. I didn't watch all of it, so I just heard him say it. I'm like, oh, shoot. Lord willing, I could refine that video and share it with the brothers. But I'm going to say it again. He said the Hebrew Israelites, this was a teacher, a black teacher. He said the Hebrew Israelites, their DNA is a superpower DNA. I should have watched that video last night. I just got too excited when he said that. And then that's crazy. That's crazy that he said that, and the elder last night from South Carolina, kind of definitely manifested itself, Sam. The elder from Carolina, what video he did, I'm going to just click it. It says, the Leviathan's spiritual powers and multiple wives is not more important than righteousness. Right after I seen the dude say, the DNA of the Hebrew Israelites is a superpower DNA. I'm like, that shit crazy. And then I went to the next video and it brought me to this. And when he's talking about superpowers and multiple wives is not important, but righteousness is, that really hit me. And I'm over here with 2 wives. I mean, let alone 3 because of wisdom. And I really know that's not the only thing important. It's not. It's really not. So the elder is so on point, and I can't wait to really dig into that video to see what the elder is getting into. But now, just because I said that, I am going to go to Matthew, the 5th chapter, verse 6. It says, "Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled." That scripture do not say they that hunger and thirst for what the Leviathan can do, they that hunger and thirst for superpowers, or they that hunger and thirst for multiple wives shall be filled. No, it says they that hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be filled. Every man should desire righteousness, right? Um, I'm going to go to another precept on the side for righteousness, right? Let's get it. Um, okay. Um, Proverbs 11 and 23. It says, "The desire of righteousness is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath." I'd rather desire righteousness because the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Keep that shit over there. Keep it over there. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can get another one. Um, this joint taking me all the way left, left, trigger, square, square. Let's try another way. So, like, I just got to get another precept for righteousness. Um, maybe this one is good. Okay, this is First John chapter 2, verse 29. It says, "If ye know that he is righteous," actually, you know what? We'll go to the scripture above it. You know, to get more depth in that thing, more depth in that thing. So we gonna probably start at 28. It says, "And now, little children, abide in him," which we would go to St. John, the 15th chapter, verse 1 to 6. "Abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming." That's why a lot of brothers got to work on their faith. You can't be ashamed that you're bringing out the same scriptures. You can't be ashamed that you might do the same lesson again, but in hyphen it, add more precepts to it. You should never be ashamed that you going hard for the Lord constantly, or you doing the video day in and day out. Never be ashamed that somebody asks you a question and you giving them biblical scriptures. Like right now, I'm looking at these black sisters. Yes, they work for CNA. They look nasty over here smoking that damn blunt. Nasty. Them black lips look like they was eating dirt. But because I'm dissing my own self, I gotta talk because I have black lips too. That look don't even look right. It look like Smokey off the PJs. But these is those is our sisters that we supposed to be teaching. But as soon as you get out and let them know the good news, or you ask them they believe in God, as soon as you trying to give them the edification of the scriptures, not telling them, hey, stop smoking, we'll get there. Israel still don't consider. That's that Isaiah 1 and 3, right? And this is why it says, "Now ye little children abide in him." When you come back into the faith, you become little children. A lot of us don't want to be children when it comes to the Lord, right? Relearning, regurgitating the true understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? But verse 29, it says, "If we know that he is righteous, ye know that every one that doeth righteousness is born of him." Let me read in the NLT. It says, "Since we know that Hamashiach is righteous, we also know that all who do what is right are God's children. So if you do what is right, if you do what is just in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, you is his children. And I'm not, if I walk away from this truth and I know the truth, I'm not killing nobody. I'm just, no, I can't really say that because if I go back doing what I was doing, I really was putting poison in people's lives. If I not, let's just say if I just go back to smoking weed, I can't believe I'm God's people because that's gonna remind me of the brother Mark. A brother Mark on Clubhouse said, when you smoke weed, you'll be able to understand the Lord's prophecies better. I don't agree with that, right? My brother Sam brought out Proverbs 11:4. It reads, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death." Right? I'm gonna say it in LT too. Riches won't help you on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. That's why brothers just look. My brothers just did. Yo, it's coming. Fed now. They're about to take control of your money. You ain't gonna be able to look at my money. You want to be a drug dealer, a stripper, a freaking prostitute that use cash and money and all of that. That shit is about to be a finito. Finito ancasinite. I don't know what I just said, but it sounds good, right? Let me read it again. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Right? Living right, which is righteousness, is going to save you from death. That's why every man should pursue to be living right in the eyes of the Lord. And this is why I keep telling myself and my household, I am not trying to be attached to money. Like my brother Yan Mayan is getting me in his job. I'm glad his job taking long. I could go right now and hit up my boss and be like, put me on the schedule. I haven't did that because I don't. They would make me work on the days where me and my brothers go out and teach, and I kept telling them, and then they'll be ignorant to it and then do it again. Oh, bro, we need your personality. People asking for you. I don't care if they asking for me. Let me work these other days that you got open. Okay, brother. Oh, okay, Terrence. Then I look at the schedule. They got me on the day that I told them not to every time. So this is why I'm not. Yo, my job texts me, hey, do anybody want to pick up a few days? I ignored it because the same day I say yes to is the day that brothers go out to camp. I'm not about to do that. Because as soon as I leave work, I'll be out of it to want to do a lesson. I'll be ready to sit down and kick back. No, 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 no. And I'm getting all that money from that job. I don't want to get that much money and then now, oh, I can't do a lesson. But I can go over here and buy this and buy that. Hell no. No, no. So my brother job, that joint gonna pay me like about 800, 900 a week after taxes. That's some money. Let alone with both of my wives, what they do. Both of my wives, they work, let alone they work. I always say they work for me, but we have a business. We make tassels, let alone my wife make garments. But, we make some money off of that. And half the time, I take a long time promoting some of the tassels because I don't care about money right now. I'm trying to get attached to it because I've seen a lot of my brothers and sisters get attached to riches and money and wealth, and they're doing less. I see some brothers that is getting money and they holding hard on the ministry, but not all people is like that. I was a man that was coming from hustling and flipping and getting fast money, and I seen what it do to me. I haven't been buying crazy gear and fashion like I normally do. I'm over here buying books. I never used to do that in the world. I'm buying books, which I haven't even touched yet, but I've been buying books that I can read and bring more history, in the ministry. You know what I'm saying? And that's me. I'm not saying y'all got to do what I'm doing, you know, but this keeps me on the same train, on the same track, you know, and this is what I prayed for. So I got to take this whole loaf, take this whole portion that the Lord gave me and be occupied in it. Right? Righteousness deliver you from death. Living right. So I'm gonna live right. But even sometimes when I take a break from the ministry, I'll be like, "Ooh, I took a break too long." One time I'm asleep and I'm about to wake up. You got my babe. It's time to get that work in. And guess what? I be thinking like, damn, I guess let me go call my job. She be like, no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the Lord's work. And that's why I love even my daughter. She is my daughter, my princess, my ace boom coon, my superstar London. She get mad that I'm over here trying to teach in a room on a clubhouse and everybody won't shut up, but they want to ask me questions. She getting mad, yo. That motivates me. Let alone waking up and people like, yo, I want you to do the Lord's work. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait for you to do a video. And they going to work. They got to do their own business. That's motivation. Instead of a woman, oh, can you spend time? Can you rub my feet? Oh, can we go in the bedroom? Oh, can we go out of town? Can we go to this new restaurant? For my woman to be like, oh, I can't wait for you to do another lesson. That'd be like, yo, you was made for me. What did Denzel? I don't know how to sound like Denzel, but you know that look he be making. That is like a motivation for a woman to say, ah, babe, I can't wait for a lesson. That's why you got to put yourself around spiritual motivation so you can stay on track. A lot of brothers and sisters will remove themselves from motivation. You got some sisters say, I'm not going to date another Israelite man. I mean, wait, hold on. Wait, you mean another Israelite in the truth? Because if you like black men, you're dating an Israelite man. So, but a lot of men fuck up in relationships and it makes women not want an Israelite man. I'm not gonna lie, a woman shouldn't even want to say that. But scriptures do say a woman can get any husband, but a man choose your wife carefully. So yeah, sis, you do what you want. But sisters should really be careful on who they picking as a husband. Stop rushing just because a man saying Yahabashim Yahushai. I try to tell a lot of sisters, get a man that's doing the work and you can see it, not hear him say he doing it. Watch him. You're able to watch a video. You see him get his butt up and actually go to camp. You see that he's studying. Sometimes he separate himself from you. He probably do it. He might separate himself from you damn near every day just to go read, to go pray, to go build himself up, to go watch a video, go talk to the brothers. That's a man you should get that's occupied in the ministry. But a lot of women just want a man that got that street cred, that still got a little hood in him. He's respected in Israel, but he ain't doing shit. That's why women are the weaker vessel, man. Y'all choose y'all women different. That's why I see why the Lord told the men to choose your wife carefully. But back to these verses, man. Back to these verses, man. I didn't think that I would be going this long, but I told you you'll do a lesson over again and then you bring out other precepts. You know. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 28. It says, in there ye shall serve gods, the works of man's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat nor smell. Right? Well, that still goes into all Israel, not Israel. 2/3 will be in other beliefs, other ideologies. Let alone you'll have Jake, that is an Israelite, cleaving on to the Book of Enoch, the Cipher. Uh, you have some people cleaving on misnames of the Lord. Keep calling the Lord He. Yah, Yah. I'm not about to call the Lord my daughter's name. That's over with. His name is Yahweh, or you might have some people saying Yehuda, Yeshua. You even have women saying that they could teach better than men. And the women say the prophecies don't mean that much. It's about being in the spirit. Like, what is you talking about? I have to unfriend. Now, it's some mighty sisters in this thing, but you got some sisters that just think they know it all or they always right. I had to unfriend some sisters, man, and guess what? That when I unfriend them, they still try to follow me and then try to make a stat about me and think it's funny. Yeah, yee yee ha ha. But I bet you rule over your husband and make a stat. I love my husband. Where the hell he at? That brother over here on some Aladdin fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, man. This is not the time to be cleaving to other gods. I think I'm gonna go to Matthew, man. Let me go to Matthew. This other precept, I think it was probably going somewhere else. But this is another thing that deals with all Israel is not Israel. Matthew 13, verse 37 to 40, dealing with the wheats and the tares. And I know some people be trying to use the tares as Esau. No, the Bible is for Hebrew Israelites, especially when you get in the gospel. The Lord is talking about the tares of Israel, right? And you can really look at the Pharisees and Sadducees, let alone you damn lazy, brutish Israelites, right? Men and women. This is Matthew the 13th chapter, verse 37 to 40. It says, He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed, the word, is the Son of Man, which is Hamashiach Yahushai. The field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom. So we know the field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom, which is the 144,000 and the 130 elect. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. So the children that are tares are the wicked one on the left-hand side of Yahweh Shema Shai that will be consumed by the tempest. Job, a lot of y'all are so weak that the tempest was able to break you down like a damn blunt. 39, it says, the enemy that sold them is the devil, right? The devil is a liar, manipulator, and deceiver, which is a lot of these false prophets, right? It says the harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. So when the reapers come, they're going to throw those tares in the fire. And guess what that go to? That's that St. John chapter 15, verse 6. Right? Waiting for it to load. It says, if a man abide not in me, which would be the wicked one, which would be the tares that the devil sowed, that he was sowing in, it says, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. So you damn freaking Israelite ones that are Israel but not Israel, you're gonna be thrown in the fire and withered away. Let me give a clap up, because that could be me, you, your great grandma. You niggas that think, oh, it might not be me. I'm gonna step out in the world for a little bit, then I'll be right back. Anybody with that mentality, Lord willing, you get burnt up, man. Lord willing, that wicked ass spirit that we be dealing with get burnt up, right? Because the Lord gonna kill the flesh and the spirit, man. If you want to be a wicked, tear-ass Jake, be that. But guess what comes with it? Fire. That fire and brimstone for that ass, right? And you got to speak the fear of the Lord into your own self, into other people, because a lot of us just be thinking, you know what, I got all these precepts, I'm good, let me step away. We just be thinking good just because when you step into the world, you live 5-10 days and you still wicked. You still doing what you want. A month passed, 6 months passed, and you still doing you. A year passed and you still doing you. Oh, I'm good. The Lord didn't kill me yet. That is the dumbest mindset to have. You just waiting just to die. And then guess what? Oh, I should have. Guess what? You coulda, shoulda, woulda. Brutish. I don't want to be that guy, man. That's why what brother say, he said, man, please endure. Like my brother Yarmayan text, he said, man, we got to keep praying that don't be us getting put out this truth. Guess what? I've been praying it every day. I even tell Yahweh Shema Shai, please don't let the enemy triumph over me. Please don't let my flesh triumph over me. Please don't let sin triumph over me, that I fall out this truth, Lord. Don't take me out. Please don't take me out, Lord, because the Lord is the one that would do it. The Lord is the one that would give you that strong delusion, right? And this is a verse that I'm thinking right now, Galatians 6:3, right? Any brother that leave or think he want to take a break or think he all that in the scriptures, I got but ain't doing shit. It's a brother that can know the whole Bible, but he ain't do one line. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm afraid to be on the camera. Then don't put I don't like my voice. My delivery is not good. Then why you should not be talking about all the precepts you got? Because the Lord put in your spirit, you don't even got confidence to bring it out. That's what you get, you prideful mother sucker. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm shy to get on the camera. I mean, I don't mind getting on camera, but sometimes I do too, because then I might feel nobody might even listen. Maybe I'm not even worthy enough to edify my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning of my walk, when I did a video, I didn't get a view. And that used to make me think, you know what? Even though the word doesn't go unavoid, the Lord will plant the seed and put it where it has to be. And the Lord did that, even if it's one person watching, and then the Lord build me up with confidence by constantly doing the video, constantly doing the video. People in the ministry and out the ministry will be watching, and they'll ask a question, or they'll be like, I'm dealing with this. And guess what? I might confess, guess what? A brother hit me up a few days ago. Yo, I got to tell you, I'm dealing with porn. I'm like, yo, you're not the only one. Hey, that's one of my strongest demons. I love that thing. Hey, but I have to tell him, bro, that is a demon in us, man. We can't keep doing that shit. Freaking squeezing the damn turkey. Save that for Esau's Thanksgiving. No, 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 no. Go get you a wife. Even if she don't want to be in the truth, but she accepts you, man, sit your butt down. Get somebody that still deal with you. She might not be on fire, but if you want to, just be patient and constantly occupy yourself. Guess what I had to do? I had to constantly do a video. I had to constantly watch a video. That's why I do videos a lot, because I know that spirit always lurking. I have a nasty mind. So that spirit lurking, guess what? It's not about to get the best of me. And I'll get to see me. I don't get to see y'all. Dagobah, I know your weakness. I know your weakness. So guess what we gonna do? We gonna teach as much as we can. We gonna watch as much videos as we can. We gonna study as much as we can. And I'm gonna put myself around people that's either reading and studying. Guess what? When I go in this house, I don't have no days off where you're not hearing thus saith the Lord. And I wanted that. And I wouldn't change it for nobody. All my kids, I love every last one of them, even if some of them might make me upset. But I love everybody in my house, from the greatest to the least. I love everybody, because everybody in my house is motivation, and they help me to be less distracted. Anything outside of my house and outside this ministry is a distraction. That's why I love when my brothers call. That's why I love when I do go to camp, and I know after, sometimes I might not, I might be wanting to go do something else, but just chilling with my brothers for a few minutes or an hour or a few hours, it helps, because when I leave them, that spirit stays with me. And I'd be like, oh man, I had a beautiful conversation with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Anything in this ministry is the best for me and the best for you. Anything out this ministry is not good for us, because then we get attached and we get sucked in, and then we make excuses why we didn't do this and why we didn't do that. Right? So let's go to the next precept. Let's go back to, no, let's go to Proverbs 6, verse 12 and verse 12 to 15. It says, I'm going to read it in both translations. It says, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. NLT, what are worthless and wicked people like? They are consent liars. So a naughty person and a wicked man walketh with a forward mouth. And this is why men and women move the way they do out of this ministry. They think they still in the truth. Guess what? If you not doing what you was doing before teaching, standing on the line, even with brothers or not with brothers, you studying. If you not even teaching, I don't even think you praying. And if you is praying, it's probably a babble prayer. You ain't really meaning it the way you used to. A lot of you brothers went to a forward mouth, just like some of our sisters. It says, he winked with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teaches with his fingers. NLT, signaling their deceit with a wink, with the wink of the eye and a nudge of the foot or the wiggle of a finger. Forwardness, forwardness is in his heart. That's their perverted heart plots evil. He deviseth mischief continuously. He stirs up trouble continuously, and he soweth discord, right? And a lot of brothers is moving forward in the heart. That's why the heart is deceitful above all things. No man knows it. And the only way you can understand your heart is by going in the scriptures and understand, you know what, I can't be forward. No man should really say he's serving the Lord and he's moving forward. Even if a man say he's unworthy, or a sister say they unworthy to be around you or not to be at Passover, the feast days, How can you say you unworthy and you ain't doing shit about it? Just be honest. I don't got a feeling or a vibe for this truth anymore. Cause you could just say you don't feel worthy to be around somebody, and then you get off that phone, you get off that video call, you walk away from them in person, and you know you enjoy the shit you doing. It's not that you don't feel worthy. You don't want to do this right now. Just be honest. I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning, I wanted to do this work, but I still wanted to smoke some weed. I wanted to be in this work. I still wanted to, I still was selling drugs. You know what? I can't smoke weed, but I want to puff something. I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm smoking a black or a cigarette. Some got to be given. I wasn't really in the truth. I don't, man. Hey, I was walking with brothers in the ministry, but I'm smoking weed or I'm smoking. I wasn't in the truth. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. In the beginning, I was not in the truth. And I was going through women like I go through a bag of Skittles. Ain't nothing wrong with that because a man can have as many women as you want. But I was trying to make these women my wives and they wasn't even on that level yet. I still could have been patient and deal with them, but I needed more. I needed to be able to be reminded of this truth day in and day out, but I wasn't. So that's why I was going through women like a bag of Skittles, right? If I could have them all back and they was in this truth, I'd be happy. But none of them women was worth worth a sock on my damn foot. So I had to make some changes. I had to remove. Brothers had to say, yo, Gabar, you have to slow down, man. Slow down, bro. This is when my name was just Gabar. Brother, slow down. I had to slow down. My brother Dan Yala was like, yo, get you a church girl. I'm like, man, they harder, you know what I'm saying, than a regular sister. Then my brother Boosie through the spirit the next day said, I think you should get you a church girl. I'm like, yo, is you and my man Dan Yala talking? He was like, what you talking about? I'm like, he just said the same thing you said. Next thing you know, through the grapevine, my first wife, she was a church girl. She stopped going to church, but she was a church girl singing, singing in the choir, busting that note, and the Lord, we built this foundation, our foundation, me and the kids, from the bottom, and the Lord helped me grow and grow, even though I was trying to have another wife, but I wasn't on that level. And then next thing you know, here comes sweep comes, and I thank the Lord for every obstacle He put in my life. I got brothers around me that motivate me, especially my younger brother Asher, which is a young man in his ministry. It motivates me to go even harder because if he can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, he damn sure can do it. You got a brother Sam that works crazy hours, and this man get out and still I'm not gonna even say try. Through the spirit, he still do a lesson. You got Yaron Mayan that's working 12, 14 hours overnight, and this man do a lesson at work, and then when he get out, he do another one. I'm not saying he better or he doing less than me. He doing more than me. He doing it and it motivate me like, yo, this man working and still, guess what? He getting paid. His pockets is pretty decent. He's providing for his family. If he can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, he damn sure can do it. They are my motivation, right? And they help me to stay on my swivel. So I'm thankful for those brothers, let alone the apostles and the elders and the brothers underneath in Great Millstone that's doing diligent work. Let alone through the spirit, there's other brothers in other congregations. Their doctrine might not be the same that I flow with, but the Lord got them constantly going to the highways and byways, constantly doing sit downs. You still motivation through the spirit. And it's sisters out here. I don't know every sister. If it's a brother that got a sister in this truth, I'm only talking about my wives. I never seen a sister like them. You know what I'm saying? But it's sisters out here that's just like them. Y'all motivation. When brothers say ain't not one sister out here, brothers even say it's hard. Yo, the women in the truth is worse than the ones in the world. What? Man, I seen some official single sisters that's in this truth. That's official. You niggas wildin'. The women in the world, man, dude, man, what? Man, I'd be lucky. Like I was lucky. It is some out here, but they hiding. They hiding peekaboo. It is some solid men in this ministry and out this ministry that will change. There's some solid sisters in this ministry and out this ministry that will change. Right? And their motivation, I'm telling you, they're gonna add a good addition to a household to make a man go harder and make a woman go harder for the Lord, man. My phone's slowly about to die. So we're gonna bring out these last precepts and we're gonna close it out. Verse 15, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken with or without remedy. Let's go to Proverbs 28 and 1. Proverbs 28 and 1, it says, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as lions. In the NLT, the wicked run away when no one is chasing them, but the godly are bold as lions. Yo, and that deals with, like, especially when you at camp or when you're in a video and they say something and they flee right away. And that even goes on a deeper level when a brother flees from the ministry and he don't even want to be around you. It's look, the wicked run away when no one is chasing them. It'd be a lot of brothers that be holding it and then they walk away. And brothers is not chasing them. We ain't about to go out to your city. Brothers might call you, but brothers ain't gonna be, yo, bro, come back. Hurry up, come back. Hurry up, come back. I mean, it might be a brother doing that. I know I ain't doing it. I ain't If a brother is showing me he don't want to be in this truth, I'm gonna give you a few words, give you some scriptures. If I don't see you pull yourself back, or if that don't bring you back, I'm not gonna force you. Because I know when you force a brother, it will make them go away. Let alone when you trying to force, hey, come hear the word, brother. Come hear the word, and then you teaching them, and then you bringing out damn near 25 precepts, and you can see by his body language, like, dang, man, this brother take it too long. They walk away. You ain't gonna never see that brother again. That's why I don't believe in forcing the scriptures on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I might send this video to some brothers. You might feel that you're not in the spirit. You might feel like you want to get builded up. Don't. If you tell me that, I'm going to send you that video or that live just to motivate you to be like, you know what? This brother keep doing it. And this is just to show you I love you. But if you feel like, you know what, I don't want to be a teacher, just say that to me. Guess what? I won't ever send you another video again. I don't want to be in this truth feeling like I'm pressuring any brother or any sister. I don't even want to pressure my women to read or do anything. If they not teaching the kids as much as I'm trying to do a video, when I'm not, if when they got sit down time instead of lollygagging and talking about other stuff, I expect that they should bring out a scripture and teach my daughter. Man, I got so many daughters over here. I bet you everybody gonna have a period the same damn day. They better be edifying these children, right? Be occupied. My kids shouldn't only be listening to me; they should be listening to them too. You know what I'm saying? Spirits be hitting your kids, spirits be hitting your wife, spirits be hitting you. That shit just be going around like a damn bean bag. No, 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 not over here. So we gotta be occupied. I mean, I want my house to be occupied. Because the wicked flee immediately. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you correct somebody, they get butthurt. Oh my goodness. Oh, you said it like, guess what? Guess what? I said it the way I said it. I ain't gonna change it. And guess what? Most of the time, unless I'm calling you out your name, I'm gonna say sorry. But if I ain't calling you out your name and I said what I said, I'm not saying sorry because I said what I said. Sometimes Israel need a higher response. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could be so soft with Israel and then they go right back to their book. That it didn't work. But as soon as you say something mean, it hurts them. Guess what? That's what I plan to do. I'm not trying to tear you down, but I'm trying to tear down that damn spirit in you. Especially if you feel lazy or if you did some shit you shouldn't be doing. I'm going to say something. It might make you feel some type of way. Or if I feel you might do something again. Even if a brother do something to me, I'm going to tell him, yo, bro, you was a mighty brother to me. And I might, no, bro, you too mighty for me. And I said a few words. You didn't take the bait. I'm not going to constantly keep hitting, keep throwing information to a wall that it's not going to make a hole. No. So I'm going to step away and look. Guess what? That should afflict you too. Yo, this brother not hitting me up. He always talking to me, man. He always giving motivation. Damn. That should make, but if you don't recognize it, that means the Lord is not allowing you to see it. And I'm not going to pressure you, brother, because I love you. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same for my household. I'm going to say what I'm going to say and I'm going to leave it alone. And then sometimes I'm going to stay away from correcting anybody in my house. Oh, this kid did it. Oh, go to your father. Like, I ain't going to say nothing. Oh, I did. I'm sorry, babe. I did this. All right. And then as soon as I don't say nothing, oh, he's so mad at me. I ain't even mad. I'm just not going to say nothing because sometimes you could say something, they go in one ear and out the other. This whole lesson, I bet you had a lot of brothers and sisters going to go in one ear and out the other. Oh, I'm still Israel. Or oh, this brother was saying the precepts is good, but man, man, I don't care, man. I can come back. Yeah, you can come back, but you should always know whatever the fuck you doing is not what the Lord requires you to do. But guess what? Man's going to the Lord. The Lord took you out of this thing for a moment. I mean, I'm gonna say a moment because if the sun going up and the sun going down, you still got a chance to come back. But if you do not come back when hell breaks loose, the Lord took you out. And guess what? I can't bring you back in. I can't grab your hand and say, hey, come back. Then I'm forcing you. This truth is for the sheep, and the sheep know the Lord's voice. St. John chapter 10, verse 1. You can read the whole chapter, but it shows you the sheep knows the Lord's voice. Right? Let me bring out this last one and we'll close out. 1 John chapter 5, verse 19. It says, I start at 18. It says, we know that whosoever is born of God sinneth not. That is the elect. In the eyes of the Lord, the elect do not sin. But he that is begotten of God keepeth himself, and the wicked, and that the wicked one touches him not. And we know that we are of God, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. So the men that's pursuing Yahweh Shema Shai through the Spirit, they're gonna feel, man, I'm of Yahweh Shema, I'm of Yahweh Shema Shai because I'm doing His work. But we gonna really know if we of Yahweh Shema Shai when it comes to us increasing, right? Right. Before I wasn't fasting that much. Fasting as much. Doing it, trying to do it weekly or trying to do it repetitively. The Lord increased me in that because I prayed on it. Let alone, it be sometimes, like I pray for the Lord to give me more knowledge and understanding. It's sometimes people will ask me a question on something I probably never touched on, and I'm able to give them the understanding on it. And I know it's not me, it's all the Lord. Let alone, I'll be around my Akim and I'll ask my Akim questions, and my Akim will answer it. Even if I get the understanding, they'll explain it on a deeper level. And I'm like, ooh. And that's why none of us can be too prideful to ask questions. And a lot of us be feeling so low because we asked a brother a question. I don't mind needing help. I don't mind not knowing everything. I don't mind that I can go to another brother that could be as mightier than me and know more than me. And he can, guess what? He might be mightier than me. And he could look at me and be like, guess what? You teach better than me. You have a better voice. You got better confidence than me. We're going to always have something that another brother don't have. But guess what? There's no room for boasting. Guess what? Share it. I'm going to tell a brother, if I can do it, that's my favorite slogan. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I damn sure can do it. I forgot where I got it from. Damn, where did I get it from? I was telling my wife the other day where I got that from. I think I got that from my foster mom or somebody. But they used to always tell me, if I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I damn sure can do it. When my other foster mom used to beat the little dirt off of me, sexually abuse me, she used to say, you ain't gonna never amount to be nothing. And they used to plant in my mind, I ain't gonna be nothing. I ain't no good. I ain't this, you know. And that's why sometimes when I'm teaching it, oh, you did it good, I'd be like, man, I could have did better. I ain't do good enough. Because I don't never want to boast. I don't never want to, because sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm the best or I'm good. You get too comfortable. So I always want to say, if you can do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, you damn sure can do it. That's why I always watch other brothers. Even if you're not in the same understanding, I might watch brothers just for being sincere for the truth. I might just watch brothers going in to different elements and teaching and how they deal with people, right? I might watch brothers seeing how they deal with people going back and forth and being argumentative or being scoffers, how they got patience. I might be a brother that I might not have patience. So I might watch brothers just do their thing, but not watch them bring out prophecies. I'm going to be honest. I still see brothers in other congregations and I watch what they do. And I'm thankful that the Lord got them still doing this thing, right? Even if I might not agree with their prophecies, the Lord got them enduring in this thing. And I like the spirit that they working with. And then, of course, I'm watching Great Millstone because they edify every day. And I watch their prophecies because I can see it through the eye. Even if some people might overlook what they got going on, right? I am a man just like y'all. I am a human being just like y'all. We all deal with things, but it's about what you gonna do with it. You know you dealing with this, but what you gonna do? I'm not trying to burn, so I gotta throw away my pride. I gotta be willing to yield my ear, and I have to be willing to love to hear. That's Sirach, the 6th chapter, verse 31, 31, I believe, 31 all the way to 33. Let alone when you go up, I believe, to verse 28 or 22, it tells you um, wisdom is unpleasant to the unlearned. I don't want to be unlearned. But guess what? In the beginning of this walk, wisdom was unpleasant to me because I was unlearned. I didn't know nothing. I couldn't even break down scriptures. But all praise to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Shai. I see my brother Sam said something, so let me see what he said. Right, we are one in Yahweh Bashem Shai. And if you're one in Yahweh Bashem Shai, act like it. That's why when I see a brother do a video, I'm gonna lay me, and if I don't lay me off of him, I'm gonna do a video. And well, I heard a elder say, he said, "Yo, the 144,000 men, those is brothers." And I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy." And when you think about it, brothers, like I just heard a brother on Clubhouse, he said he has a twin. Sometimes they might, finish each other's sentences or they might think alike. And I'm over here thinking, the men of the Lord, the 144,000, they might be lambing off of each other and don't know. It's sometimes I did a video and I see Sam would drop a video in the chat, and we just did that. We damn near just lambied off of each other and didn't even know. Or we lambied off of the Elder Tahar. Or we might lamb off of Asher. It's a wing around. And it be in other congregations. It's like a lot of brothers be lambing off of brothers and don't even know. Or you do know, it's just a spirit hits you like, oh, I got to do a lesson on this. But Lord willing, this video was edifying, straight to the point. Lord willing, it gave you some motivation and some encouragement for your day. Not all Israel is Israel. And if you feel that you is Israel, you should be looking at your work and looking at your faith. If you're not occupied, I think you should slow down saying that you are of Israel. Get yourself right. I'm glad that I'm in this now, but I'm glad I got to tell you in the beginning. I don't think that I was really part of Israel's family because I was still smoking weed and I was still selling drugs in the beginning. And I was still doing things behind the scene. So now that I'm in this thing, and I'm done away with the things that I've done, Lord willing, y'all can forgive me. Lord willing, Yahweh Shema Shai can forgive me and allow me to continue in his ministry through his mercy and his power. So, of course, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world any calls Jesus the Christ. Regardless if you accept it or not, I want to give double honors where honor is due to the apostles and the elders in Great Millstone who've been bringing forth the ministry 100%, the Most High doctrine to the best of their ability. And of course, I want to give a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, whoever they may be in these other congregations and outside these congregations, that's feeding the flock on the highways and byways and doing sit downs. Lord willing, the Most High have you enduring. Lord willing, he can increase you in the knowledge and understanding so that we can soon one day be on one accord with this ministry. And Lord willing, he can continue to have the women um, occupying playing their roles. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters in this walk. I see my brother Sam brought out a scripture, man. I see you. I see you. 1 Corinthians 12 and 12. You got to do it, man. 1 Corinthians 12 and 12, man. It says, "For as the body is one and have many members," okay, "for as the body is one and have many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, also is a Mashiach." So you have to know the body. Oh, Salaki. I don't know if y'all heard that, so I'm going to bring that back out. "For as the body is one and have many members, and all the members of that body being many are one body, so also is a Mashiach." So any man that is laboring in the name, in the embodiment of the ministry of Yahweh Shema Shai, we are a body, and we need to act like it. And you should be thankful that you even in this ministry. Even if you in this ministry for 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you should be thankful you in this thing because the Lord could have took you out, right? So with that being said, I'm going to say it again. Call Allah Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world, and he calls Jesus the Christ. And Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit. So with that, your brother Dar is out. Kwam Yasharilla Shalom.